Hi, babies. I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And cuddled up and listen to a bedtime story. We're going to read My Most Favorite Thing. Katie had a stuffed bunny named Rabbit. He was very old and battered, with 1.5 ears and no tail, but Katie loved him. Everywhere Katie went, Rabbit went too. Rabbit shared everything: mealtime, playtime, bath time, and especially hug time. Rabbit is my most favorite thing in all the world, said Katie. Katie knew what Grandpa's most favorite thing in all the world was his dog, Billy. Billy had floppy ears, a funny stumpy tail, and big brown eyes. Everywhere Grandpa went, Billy went too. Grandpa had a big jar in the kitchen full of special doggy treats. Katie liked to watch Billy wag his stumpy tail and look up at Grandpa with his big brown eyes until Grandpa just had to give Billy a treat. In the evenings, Grandpa liked to watch television with Billy curled up on the sofa beside him. One Saturday, Katie and Rabbit went to Grandpa's house, but Billy didn't jump up when he saw Katie. He didn't even wag his stumpy tail. He just looked up at her with sad brown eyes. "What's wrong with him?" said Katie. "Poor Billy isn't well," said Grandpa. "I think we'd better take him to the vet." Katie hugged Rabbit very tightly when they were in the waiting room. Then it was their turn, and Grandpa took Billy in to see the vet. When Grandpa came out, he was alone. "Billy has to stay here," he said. "There's something wrong in Billy's tummy, and he has to have an operation." "Will it make Billy better?" Katie asked. "I hope so," said Grandpa. Grandpa's house felt empty without Billy. "Will Billy be all right on his own at the vet's?" Katie asked. "Yes," said Grandpa. "There are other animals there and kind people to look after him." Katie knew that Grandpa and Billy were always together. Billy was Grandpa's most favorite thing in all the world, and now Billy was sick, and Grandpa was all alone. When it was time for Katie to go home, she picked up Rabbit and squeezed him tight. Then she pushed him into Grandpa's hand. "Rabbit wants to stay with you, Grandpa," she said, "so you won't be lonely in the night." Then Grandpa hugged Katie and hugged Rabbit all at the same time. That night in bed, Katie felt very strange without Rabbit. She had Teddy instead. But Teddy didn't feel like Rabbit. He didn't smell like Rabbit. Rabbit was far away, tucked up in bed with Grandpa. But Rabbit would look after Grandpa, and Grandpa would look after Rabbit until Billy was better. Rabbit stayed with Grandpa the next night, too. This time, Katie took Fluffy Dog to bed with her. But Fluffy Dog wasn't the right shape to cuddle, and his fur made her nose itchy. It took Katie a long time to go to sleep. The next day, the phone rang. "That was Grandpa," said Mom. "It's Billy. Is Billy better?" asked Katie. Billy was better. They rushed to Grandpa's house. Katie gave Billy a big hug, and Billy wagged his funny stumpy tail. "Here's someone else to see you," said Grandpa. "Rabbit wants to come home now." Katie hugged Rabbit. "Rabbit is my most favorite thing in all the world," said Katie, "and Billy is my most favorite dog." "And here's my most favorite person in all the world," said Grandpa, picking up Katie and swinging her high in the air. "And Rabbit," said Katie. "And Rabbit, of course," said Grandpa. Good night, girls. I hope you have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams.